if you have success at work, but you don't have someone to enjoy it with, or you don't get along with your family or your spouse, you can't enjoy the time you're not working. Someone once told me, it's better to be happy than it is to be right. Success at home starts with success in your marriage. And if you have to keep it a secret, that means that you're doing something you know your partner wouldn't be cool with. And that's being dishonest. What's up, everyone? Ian Koniak, and I'm recording this live from Yellowstone. Got these incredible geysers in the background. We are at a place called Black Sand Basin right near Old Faithful. And I wanted to record this video because today we're going to talk about 10 keys to a happy marriage. And like these geysers behind us, marriage can be steamy. It can burn you. It can be explosive. And it also can be the best thing in the world and the most beautiful thing in the world to see if it's done right. And the reason I'm making this video, I do a lot of sales coaching, but I also do life coaching. And I found that clients that have challenges at home, it shows up at their work. They're not as committed, even if it's subconscious. If it's on your mind, if you can't be fully free to serve, if you're agitated, you're not going to show up with the right energy. You're not going to show up as your best self if you're having issues at home. And I also believe that success at work without success at home isn't true success. Because if you have success at work, but you don't have someone to enjoy it with, or you don't get along with your family or your spouse, you can't enjoy the time you're not working. You're just going to work all the time and kind of escape with work. And that's not success. Success is having a happy, healthy home life in addition to doing well at work. My definition of success is consistent performance at work without sacrificing your health or relationships. And it's actually something I read in High Performance Habits by Brendon Burchard, which I love. And it's the best definition of success that I've ever heard. And so what I want to talk to you about today is 10 keys to a happy marriage. And who am I to give this advice? I'm someone who didn't do it the right way. I've been married about 12 years, but the past 5 or 6 years have been the best. And the first 5 or 6 were not great because I didn't show up as the best possible version of myself in my marriage. I wasn't the best husband. And so I'm giving this advice from a place of someone who did it wrong and now is doing everything possible to do it right. So incredible. You got the sunrise behind me. I don't know if you guys can see this. It's gonna be distracting to see how beautiful it is here, but I wrote them down and I want to walk through it with you. So tip number 1, okay, or key number 1 is commitment. And this is something I think a lot of people don't do. When you say till death do us part, a lot of people, when things get rocky or when they fight, or when they enter a bad season, they start to question their marriage. They start to think about, well, maybe what would life be like if I wasn't with this person? Maybe, we wait till the kids are out of high school and then we separate. That's not commitment. When you just have the mindset of this is forever, it makes those hard times a lot more bearable versus having your mind go down a rabbit hole of, how can I do this anymore? So it really is a mindset of, if I'm going to be with this person forever, I'm going to treat them differently. I'm going to invest more in the marriage to make it successful. And the things that, are shaky are not stuff that's going to make us fall and crack and tumble. And I feel like that's something we've gotten away from. I think because half of marriages end in divorce. Half of all marriages, you can see, people are not committed. They're not nearly as committed as they once were. And so if you just say this is forever versus kind of going down that rabbit hole of what could be if you're not with this person, if you're doing that, you're not fully committed. You're exploring another option. Now, I'm not saying stay in a marriage that is abusive or where there's infidelity or anything like that, but I think people are way too quick to bail out. And if you're really committed and you don't have another option, it's failure is not an option, you're going to approach the hard times a lot better. So that's number one. Number two is acceptance. This is a big one. When I think about acceptance, what I mean is don't try and change your partner. I know for me, I've gotten big into personal development the past 8 years, and my wife isn't really into personal development. It's not her thing. She doesn't go to the conferences or have a women's group or do therapy or anything like that. In the beginning, I wanted it. I'd be pushy about her doing it. It was really important that for me, she participated in the things that I wanted to do. And what happened is that built resentment. Basically, when you try to change someone, never try to change your partner. If you try to change someone, you are basically saying, I don't accept you as you are. I want you to be different. And I know that may sound weird because you're trying to improve things. You've improved and you want them to improve too, whether it's health or, mental health, whatever it is. But the truth is that people don't change because you ask them to. They change because they want to. So if you just can accept that somebody is the way they are and accept them as they are, it won't foster resentment. Nothing's worse than somebody, thinking you're trying to change them and not accepting them as they are. And so never try and change your partner. Fully accept them as they are. And here's the cool thing. While you change, while you develop, while you grow, you're going to be an inspiration to them. They're going to want to grow as well. And they're going to want to get healthy if they see you getting healthy. So just lead by example. Don't lead by words, lead by example. Show up better. If they see you changing for the better, they're probably going to want to participate too. It's going to have a positive influence. That's number two, is acceptance. Number three, quality time. This is a big one. A lot of people, especially when you have kids, even right now, we're with our kids. We don't have like a sitter or anything, but we basically go on date nights. Every couple weeks, we have lunch. We take walks. Nurturing the marriage, the relationship, just the two of you, is really important. Doing fun things together, like going to concerts or going to nice restaurants or getting a weekend getaway, those things are invaluable for a marriage. Just like a garden, if you don't nurture it, if you don't give it water and sunlight, it's going to wither away and die. If you don't give your marriage quality time, it will wither away and die. So number three is quality time, and just have fun. Like, enjoy your partner's company. Do fun things together. Make it really enjoyable. I love family time. I love this, but like the kids are like complaining a lot. I got a 5-year-old and a 9-year-old. They don't necessarily want to go on long hikes. So, it is what it is. This isn't quality time. This is quality family time. I'm talking about quality relationship time. Number four is intimacy. You gotta keep the physical intimacy. It's really important. I know couples that are roommates. I know couples that don't sleep in the same bed. I know couples who haven't had sex in a long time, and it's not good for your marriage. I mean, humans have physical needs, and I think it's really important to stay intimate with your partner, whatever that looks like for you. That chemistry, that passion, you got to keep it alive. And so regular sexual intimacy is very important for a marriage. That's all I can say about that one. Number five is communicate with respect. Communication. A lot of times when we do get in fights, it can get nasty. And again, all these things I'm telling you are things that I I have messed up on. I know when I've gotten in fights before, I've yelled, I've insulted, I've gotten nasty. And whether it was warranted or not, it's never warranted. It's never warranted. I don't care what my partner did or said, or if I felt triggered. Like, yelling is not acceptable. Insulting is not acceptable. And I know that one is a big one for me. When we get in heated arguments, I can get a little bit nasty. I can get very nasty. And that's the part that feels the worst, is when you speak disrespectfully, or if you say things you later regret, or if you yell. It's you wouldn't want someone talking to you like that. Even if you are talked to like that, it doesn't mean you need to talk back like that. It takes two to tango. So always communicate with respect to your partner. It's not about whether or not you disagree. It's about how you express the disagreement. And a lot of times when we think we're right, especially when we feel like I'll speak for myself, when I feel like I've been jabbed or insulted, or I'm not providing well, it could be really agitating, and I can get defensive with that. So that's a big one for me that I always have to work on, is communicating with respect and making sure that I'm kind and I don't raise my voice regardless of what we're arguing about. Okay, because there's going to be arguments no matter what. You're going to fight. You're not going to be like copacetic, agree on everything. That's not how marriage works. So it's all about how you communicate in those moments. Number 6, to this point, pick your battles. Someone once told me it's better to be right. No, it's better to be happy than it is to be right. When I got married, he's like, would you rather be happy or would you rather be right? And again, that's another one where it's like, because I'm traveling right now. When you travel with your family, it's like, do you go here? Do we want to go here? What activities are we going to do? And it's like, we're in the middle of a national forest right now. And it's, there's a lot of decisions to be made with the family of what to eat or where to go or what direction to take. And there's a lot of moments where I felt like I was right and she was wrong, and vice versa. And so I always say it's better to be happy than it is to be right. Some things you need to be diligent about when it comes to like safety or health or certain aspects, like dates or whatever. But other things, it doesn't matter who's right and who's wrong, whether I bought the sugar or not, whether I took out the trash or not. Sometimes I know I did something and she's saying I didn't, and that can be triggering because it's like you're being called a liar, but I just drop it. I'm like, it doesn't matter. It's fine. Whatever. You're right. And you pick your battles. That's number 6. You pick your battles. It's better to be happy than it is to be right. So don't sweat the small stuff. Don't make a big deal. Even if you're right and you're right, just drop it. Just drop it. It's because the fight about being right is gonna be way more than the fight about the stupid thing you were fighting about, which didn't even matter. Okay? So I bring this up to you guys because it happens all the time. And I know with me, I'm super controlling, I'm stubborn, and I have to make sure that I don't sweat the small stuff. Number 7, this is my biggest one for you guys, is unity. So when you get married, there's a scripture I want to share. It's Matthew 9:19, 5-6. It says, this is why a husband or a man shall leave his father and become united with his wife. Become united. And what God has joined together, let no man separate. Okay? Ooh, this is a big one. We're in an individual culture. It's me and you. We're separate people. But literally the Bible, scripture is saying, become united, become one flesh, become joint with that person. What that means is that your needs are my needs and my needs are your needs. If my wife has an issue, if she has a problem, it is my problem. It is something that I have to take as if if I'm feeling it right now. Yesterday, my wife was complaining she had she was having like a numbness in her right side of her body, and she was a little worried. And it was a light numbness. And again, we're on vacation, so it would have been very easy to say, you're overreacting, just see a doctor when you get back from vacation. I'm sure it's no big deal, or be dismissive. And it's been going on for like 2 or 3 weeks, but she's concerned about it, and therefore I'm concerned about it. So I said, look, if it gets worse, we can go to a hospital. There's a hospital in Jackson Hole, not too far from here. We can go there, just keep an eye on it, and make sure you book a doctor like ASAP so we can see what's going on, right? Versus like, again, it's not a big deal, you're overreacting, just stretch it out, get some circulation, and being critical. Like that to me is really important. It's like what your partner, if they have an issue with cleanliness in the house, you have an issue with cleanliness in the house. My pain is your pain. My joy is your joy. It's like we are one. If you just view your marriage as one, you become one. That's what the Bible is saying. It's kind of gnarly if you think about it, but that's what marriage is. If you follow scripture, if you truly believe in God's word, you're becoming one with your partner, meaning that what they feel is what you feel, which leads me into number 8, which is honesty in a marriage. If you are one person, there are no secrets, whether it's, financial secrets, spending money in private, whether it's lying or hiding things. I've talked openly about this, but I used to watch porn. I went to strip clubs. I kind of kept it secret from my wife because I knew she wouldn't approve. This is a long time ago. And I thought it wasn't a big deal. This is just what guys do. And it was a big deal to her. And if you have to keep it a secret, that means that you're doing something you know your partner wouldn't be cool with. And that's being dishonest, okay? And I know this is not something that I alone do. I think a lot of people, it's something that happens a lot, especially with men. I don't know if you guys know this, but OnlyFans is $8 billion in revenue in 2025 when I'm recording this. 89% of users are married men. These are men interacting with live women. These are men chatting and receiving nudes from women. And this is a big issue. I think infidelity or hiding or porn now is responsible for more than half of divorces. More than half. People going to their computers instead of going to their partners for their physical and emotional needs. And again, I cannot say enough about this one. Don't keep secrets. What you do in the shadows, do not do. Do not do. I told my partner everything. This is about 6 years ago. I told her everything I did and I stopped. And that was it. And our marriage is so wonderful, just having an honest marriage, not having secrets, not having things that we keep from each other. And I know this is super vulnerable. I know I'm probably touching a nerve with men especially, but if you're hiding something, it's because you know she wouldn't be cool with it. My trainer, literally, it happened the other day. My trainer told me that he's got a buddy who goes to massage parlors regularly and gets happy endings. And I said, does his wife know? And he said, of course not. I said, well, did you tell him that's like cheating? And he's like, well, he said she'd be cool with it. She wouldn't care. You know, I'm like, well, if he said she wouldn't care, then why doesn't he tell her? Of course she would care. That's just being a coward. Don't say that. Don't try and justify it. Like it's no big deal. It is a big deal. If it's not a big deal, then tell your partner. If they're cool with it, then you guys do you. I don't care what anyone does, but I know my wife wasn't cool with it and I was hiding because I knew she wasn't cool with it. So just be honest and be on the same page. And if your wife and your partner, or vice versa, if it's a woman and you're doing stuff that's dishonest or hiding stuff, be open about it. Don't lie. Don't keep secrets in a marriage. It's really, really harmful for the relationship. So I have been very honest with my wife, and it's been the best thing ever not to have any secrets, whether it's anything, just anything. It's honesty in a marriage is everything. If you are one, then she should know everything about you and vice versa. And again, I'm speaking to the men out there, because I know this is a big issue that no one talks about. So honesty, don't have secrecy. That will destroy a marriage. It will destroy intimacy. It will destroy trust. And if you're doing something that you think she wouldn't approve of, then talk to her, have the conversation, see how she feels about it. And if she's not cool with it, stop doing it. Okay? It's never too late to stop. And it's more important to be on the up and up with your partner than to keep secrets, just to have your own, little whatever you want to call it, however you want to justify it. It's more important to have a happy marriage. And this is a big reason. Again, half of all divorces now citing infidelity or porn or secrecy in this area, which is insane. Number 9, be supportive. Okay, don't put your partner down. Lift them up when they have a challenge, when they're struggling. Right, help them. Offer to help them. Don't think of them as an inconvenience when they're going through stuff. Right, be supportive and be committed. Take care of your partner. Again, if they're struggling in any area of life, lift them up. Don't criticize them. It's not an inconvenience. Don't try and fix them. Be supportive. Listen. Just listen. See how they feel. Don't try and change them. Don't try and just give the advice and fix them. The best way you can be supportive is just to listen, try and be helpful, and lift them up, encourage them, versus putting them down for what they're not doing. That's a big one. And the last one, which I love, is speak their love language. Gary Chapman, he wrote the book, The 5 Love Languages. And for anyone who hasn't read that, please read that book for your marriage. Do yourself a favor. The 5 love languages are quality time, acts of service, words of affirmations, physical touch, and gifts. And my wife's love language is acts of service. My love language is physical touch. So I know that if I want to receive physical touch from her, holding a hand, cuddling, snuggles, intimacy, whatever, that if I'm not speaking her love languages, that's very unlikely to happen, right? She'll be annoyed. Her love language is acts of service, meaning when someone does something nice for you. So for me, again, not to get too personal, but if I want to to be intimate with my wife, the best thing I can do, right, is to make sure that I'm being of service to her. So cook a nice meal, do the dishes, take care of the kids, like really like go out of my way to pick things up around the house, clean up. Like that's what gets her in the mood. That sounds crazy, but it's like she sees that I'm going out of my way to be kind and do nice things of service for her, and that makes her want me more. So it's this, we don't speak the same language. It's like I'm speaking French, she's speaking Japanese, right? That's what the love languages are. So if you go to the 5 love languages quiz, you can actually take the love language with your partner, see what their love language is, and speak it. In other words, if my love language is physical touch, usually I'm trying to express physical touch to her because that's how I want to receive it. So I'm trying to hold her hand, I'm trying to snuggle. My wife doesn't like that. She'll go, get away. And it's because she has eczema. She gets itchy. So that's me wanting my love language. What she likes is, again, make the bed, clean up, get everything nice and tidy around the house, and then she'll come snuggle me. So go figure. Learn their love languages, learn your partner's love language, and make sure you speak that by expressing what they want, and then you'll receive what you want in exchange. So my wife knows now I love hand holding and snuggles, and she does that because she knows that's my love language. Anyway, with that, I'm out. Success at home starts with success in your marriage. I hope these 10 tips are very valuable, and they're not easy to do. Like I said, I've done it all the wrong way, but I'm committed for the rest of my life to being the best husband I can be. I know that I'm going to be with my partner Sandy until she dies, and as long as I show up and practice these 10 keys, we're going to be a lot happier than just being roommates or fighting. And I'm so grateful to have my wife Sandy. I'm so grateful for the changes I've made, and I really hope this can help you at home. This is something I've wanted to produce for a long time, this video, because I think this is the stuff that really matters even more than sales. So I hope this serves you well, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.